800 points of elo down, but still, we're going to have a great match indeed, with the favored Pro Drags in the blue, with Maturity and a hover platform, the Commander Maturity with hover platform as their factory, versus in the red it's UltraGodzilla with a very greedy start indeed, double Mason already with the rover factory, and an engineer commander, blueprinting just a little Scorcher, so nothing special for them. Pathing already set out a lot. I mean, going to have radar there, more radar there. Interesting that you want that much radar, but oh well. But yeah, it is going to be double Mason out already. Versus hovers, not that bad. Hover is always, at least in the early game, struggling a bit against like singular targets, like metal extractors and such, loaders, just because Dagger does not have the DPS to take those down. So yeah, I mean, even a undefended metal extractor, it's going to last for like 6 shots from a Dagger, which is like a long time. Also, seemingly not going to go punished at all, with Bolus already and even Scalpel coming in from Drags. Very interesting, because that is a weird composition. Yeah. And also slow raider, slow expensive raider, skirm follow-up. That doesn't, especially a very slow skirm, doesn't punish the heavy greed at all. Normally you would say like, well, just go mass raider, because they don't have anything to defend all of those maxes, not to defend those constructors. But yeah, no. Drags, even though they might have scouted it a little bit, I don't think... No, they didn't scout it at all. Oh, that is a shame for them. Could really have changed their, well, perspective on how they're going to play this game. Couple of daggers now coming in. 13 more, so that's 15 total. Okay. Yeah, that's still a bit of an issue though. Just a couple of loaders. Couple of dots, couple of Scorches, you name it. And that deals with Dagger quite easily. Even mass dot, as long as you don't get hit by the pierce through from Dagger, is able to deal quite well with them. Just because Dagger, or dot, has a 32 DPS with an additional like slowdown. This is just 39 DPS on a Dagger, so pretty much equal in DPS. Yet half the cost, and of course has that additional slowdown, that, well, effectively it is more DPS, and it doesn't go down in a single shot from Dagger either. So yeah, dot, as long as you don't die to the pierce through, so in mass, yeah, they do still struggle, but especially like 1v1 or like 2v1, which you are able to do, they don't deal that badly. Well, 1v1 they are, but like, in equal cost, they are not that bad. Over here, single Dagger, caught out by the Scorcher. Scorcher having like enough HP to deal with like, or like tank 4 shots and still live on. While of course having like 300 DPS at most themselves. Still though, where is your heavy eco greed now, UltraGodzilla? 31 eco only versus 34 from Drags. I mean, Godzilla wasn't punished, but neither was Drags. Lotus is now going up, and is also up in time, and otherwise the daggers could deal with those couple of dots. But yeah, with a couple of defenses, Prodrax isn't going to be punished for their greed either, at least not for now. Maybe they can get pushed later on, but for now it is not going to happen. Still is struggling with the energy, so is not at an effective 36 eco, but still. I mean, that's the thing about naked expansion and like just with maxes, no solars or anything. Yeah, you do have to watch out for your energy. Godzilla is doing that a little bit better, so is actually ahead in effective eco at 36 versus just 34 for Drags. Down south should be an easy cleanup for those couple of Scorches. Indeed it is. Alright. And Godzilla is now coming out with Ripper Fencer. Standard like Riot Scum, but it's like Riot Support composition. And oh, just barely cleans up that quill. Very nicely done. Maybe a little bit of luck involved, but hey. Come on, let's see it. Couple of Ravagers coming out as well. I mean, you really are going for everything. What are you going for? Yeah, Ravager, Ripper, Fencer. And over here, Ripper, Ravager, Dot. Alright. Visitors, for now, still just... yeah, Raiders. Heavy Raiders, but Raiders nonetheless. Bolus does have the advantage of being quite tanky and being quite large, so an AoE-focused riot like Ripper struggles a bit more against it than against other Raiders. Just because, yeah, even a clumped up set of Bolus doesn't really get hurt by the AoE all that much. But still, UltraGodzilla is now able to push the Dregs back a little bit. Does also need to watch out for their own energy eco as well now. Could even consider just going for fusion, just so you are not going to struggle at all anymore. And also, like, again, double Lotus. That's like another 150 DPS. Oh, that's a lot of DPS. You don't really have all that much on me. So definitely does need to retreat here. But it's not going to. It's just going to sacrifice the Fencer. Even the Ravagers are seemingly going to be sacrificed. Not really. I mean, Dregs isn't really going after it. So the low HP Ravager is going to live on. And the other one is also not yet cleaned up. But now it will be. There it goes. A lot of reclaim available and should all be for Dregs. I mean, Godzilla doesn't have any constructors close by. Dregs has their commander right there. Oh. And the engineer commander, the commander pathing for Godzilla has completely been disrupted. Not really sure why, but hey. Still pretty much in the home base. Is now going to get a good raid going on the southern side though. Should probably go around the triple Lotus, because yeah, if you go around, not that close around, come on. Like around, you can still hit like these two maxes at least. And then probably like these four as well. I mean, it's just one Lotus to defend. And there come the Scallops. Ravager not kind of able to outspeed the rockets. The rocket turn radius. But one Scalpel, low HP, does still live on. Alright. And okay, Godzilla just decides to push through the Lotus. I guess that works too. Just might have cost you a little bit more than if you had gone around, but oh well. Ravager, it's an assault, it can tank those Lotus, no problems there. It's just losing you quite a lot of HP. And Scalpel, how are those doing? Well, just looking purely at the attrition. Lately, fights over here have been good, but in total, still just 85%. Is made up by all of the additional reclaim that Dregs has been able to take. So, effectively, the fights haven't been that bad, but look at this. All of it cleaned up. They've just got the single corner left. For now, their eco is still good, but that's 20 reclaim. At that speed, yeah, even a field like this is going to be cleaned up quite quickly. Eco from Godzilla is actually ahead, even without any significant reclaim. Without any reclaim at this point even. And can still get up quite a lot of maxes quite easily. Not really sure why they're not doing that. I guess you just don't have enough constructors on the field right now. And is once again moving in, moving through with a couple of Scorches, outspeeding everything Dregs has over here. So that's 1, 2, and possibly even 3 maxes going down. Especially this max could easily go down. Mace is going forwards, so yeah, not going to be defending it either. It's just unit pathing is a little bit annoying because they're not moving through because of the solars. If you decide to just manually move them through, you can still easily snipe that max. And over here, well, a couple of halberds, not that tanky. For assaults, only 1450 HP, but of course, armor up when not firing. But yeah, engaging in a straight-on fight against the Ripper Ravager, that's not really what they're supposed to do. But hey, as long as they're closed up, the Ripper doesn't really do a lot of damage to it. More naked expansion from Godzilla down south. I mean, yeah, is that a radar issue for Dregs? A little bit, yeah. They do have a couple of radars, but it's a big map, so they hardly see anything. Couple of raiders sneaking their way here, or even just like through there. A lot of maxes from Godzilla are actually not that well protected. But that's a bit of a shame about being hovers. Hover don't really have a fast, high DPS raider that's able to take care of like 6 to 10 maxes quite easily. For Rover, that's a different story. Scorcher, 300 DPS when close up, and like 150 or so I believe, when like at max range. Something like that. I don't really remember what the exact like range fall off is. And over here, oh, should really be sniping that scalpel first though. Yeah, bit of a shame with the unit targeting. So more scalpels live than they really should. And once again, couple more units going through. That's 2 more Quill that have no defenses around them for now. Couple of units are coming in. But of course that means that now the top side is unprotected. And yeah, Godzilla's eco, double of that of Dregs. So yeah. Still though, Godzilla. Sure, you might be going Crow and like... No, come on. Take a Mason. Get those maxes. These are still like 2.3 each. They're above average. And I guess you do have one Mason over here that's building a couple, but even that is still missing out on like 5 maxes. Down south, this one is doing a good job. A little bit of reclaim available over here as well. 300 that you can be getting up. But yeah. Commander, walking past, building a couple of pylons. A little bit surprised at how the grid is colored. I mean, yeah, fusion is in the grid. It's just not really invested all that much because you only have like 120 total. Yet you've got 80 to 90 metal income. So yeah, you're not able to invest a lot into overdrive. So these pylons are not exactly going to pay for themselves all that easily. Still though, Dregs is somehow pushing back. Suddenly, 123% attrition. 3,500, 1,500. And another 1,000 metal in reclaim available. So even though they don't have the number of maxes Godzilla has, they still can get up very good eco. They have been struggling though. Metal produced, metal used, all of it is behind, but they really should be able to get a lot more reclaim than Godzilla. 2,800 for now, but they can get up even more. Securing this entire center field. Having of course the northern side secured completely. So yeah, can get like 5,000 more quite easily. Dominatrix coming out are going to be very nice to deal with the enemy mace. Outranging them, not outspeeding I believe, or it's at least very close. But yeah, Dominatrix very nice against mace. Just because of the additional range, and of course having one mace on your own team is another 400 value, very nice, very strong unit, 326 DPS. And of course, generally when you capture a mace, it's like right beside a couple of very squishy scalpels that go down in like 2 seconds each. Whereas of course like capturing a scalpel is nice too, of course. But because it's like a burst weapon, it might not be able to fire and go down before you even get a first shot off. Capturing mace, always great. Still though, Dominatrix has not been capturing anything yet. Couple of Impalers coming out. I mean, they have the eco, they can build effectively anything they want. Crow is up. Might even just spell GG. But yeah, Impalers for this Lotus Field with a couple of Stinger, like with the one Stinger as well. Quite a lot of defenses for the Dregs, even though they are the hover player, not Godzilla. Halberd doing exactly what it should. Not exactly though. I mean, it should run the blockade and not just die in the blockade. But hey, one single Halberd is not going to hold off against like Stinger with a couple of other defenses and a commander. So hey, it tried its best, just wasn't enough. And Dregs, once again, rebuilding, getting a lot of reclaim. But just look at all of these quill. 9 quill in total, one being produced right now. Now there are 9 quill on the field. Building more maxes. Not really reclaiming as much as I would have thought. I mean, only up north. I mean, that's Lotus Field, right? 75 DPS each, I believe. So, Crow, you going down or what? Very close. But it does not go down. 7,000 HP. I thought it would have been closer there. But it isn't. Oh well. In that case, yeah, Crow is GG. Angler's not coming up. Flail's not coming up yet. So yeah, Crow just going on a raiding party. Might be able to snipe a couple of maxes. Just barely doesn't. Haha. Too bad. And hey, Dominatrix finally captured something. It's just one bolus. And Angler is now coming out. 600 burst damage on those. They need quite a couple in order to snipe that Crow. But still, are strong enough that it's at least able to hold off the Crow quite easily. Just prevent the Crow from like moving into your base, sniping your fusion, sniping your factories. Because if that happens, it is more than over. I mean, it is already over. 100 eco versus 40, if you're lucky. And Dregs once again dropping down to just 100% attrition. All of that reclaim, by now it is all going to be for Godzilla. And they are actually going all in on reclaim. 7 Mason, all going for that reclaim. Well, I guess 6 because this one is going for just a couple more energy pylons, a couple of solos. Just going for more overdrive. Get up energy first though. Like, especially if you want to repair your Crow as well. You can't overdrive at all. 0 overdrive. And you've invested, how much? 1,000 into just pylons already. Oh, and you're not even linking your pylons. Godzilla, what you doing? Oh well. Commander, oh, fighting at the wrong units. And there it goes. Had the Scorcher not done it, the Impaler would have been enough as well. GG! Both players seemingly quite greedy at the start, but only one of them got punished. And after that it just snowballed into a victory for UltraGodzilla.